Hello. Um, so today, Thursday, I'm feeling much better than yesterday when I met up with them. Um, I don't know, yesterday I came home and it was just not a day for me. I had to go to work right after and it was just not it. I got home and I just started seeing a bunch of videos when it came to letting go, videos about um, challenging questions to yourself, um, and just videos of seeing the big picture of how your ex is not the one. So it was just a bunch of motivational videos slash hope videos, hopeful videos, which worked. I even have a list because there's a group that I follow in Facebook, and there was a tab. It's so funny because out of all days, yesterday that videos were posted in the Facebook group, and the video was about how you are able to take away the meaning from your ex that he has in your life. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if I made sense, but it tells you some steps of um, how you can stop, or how you cannot allow your feelings to get the best of you when it comes to your ex making the decisions, making the actions, whatever he's saying, um, he whatever he's doing. It was some task of how you can portray that, how you can look at it at a different perspective for you not to take all that in you and apply meaning to you, because it said if you apply meaning to their actions, to their words, to everything what they're doing, then you're providing this space for them still in your heart, still in your mind, still in your body, when in all reality you need to challenge yourself, questions as to why he's not the one, as to why he is your ex, which was very, very, very eye-opening video. um I love the video. However, what I wanted to talk about is yesterday when I came back from work. He was his dad. My son was asleep, and my son's dad was in the dining table with his dad, which is my father-in-law and my ex. They were in the table, and I don't know if I ever explained, but yes, we're still living together. It feels like we're not though, because he just comes home and sleep. He comes home like 2 or 3 in the morning and just sleeps, and then goes whatever. Anyways, I'll explain how that is working out. Um, yeah, I came home. They were here. They were talking. Since they were here, I just went straight to the room. I was there in the room for about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, and that's when my ex came in. And he was asked me, so we're gonna talk about it, and I told him, talk about what? And he's responded by saying, well, about what happened today, um, you meeting her. And that's what I noticed. Sorry, cuticle cutter. That's what I noticed. Whenever he mentions his girlfriend, he always mentions it as she and her. She and her. I don't know why. And at times I do correct him. I'm like, you mean your girlfriend, right? I don't know why. I just, sometimes I call it out. Like, you mean your girlfriend, right? Like, come on, dude. But yeah. And I'm like, what the heck? What does he want to talk about, you know? Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, I met her. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to meet her. And depending on how she acted with me, I was gonna go ahead and, you know, use her way of how she acted and picture it like she was just gonna, you know, act the same way with my son. So since she treated me respectful, she wasn't rude, she was listening to me, you know, it's like, okay, well, I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable that now that I met her, I feel comfortable that she wasn't rude, mean, anything, nothing negative. She didn't do no, she didn't do or say anything about said anything to me in a negative way. So therefore, yeah, I'm like, okay, that's all I wanted, and I did. Um, so yeah, we came to the dining room. His dad had gone inside his room, and I'm like, so what do you want to talk about? He was just looking at me like, because we were quiet for about, I don't know, a couple of seconds. If I wouldn't have said anything, I'm pretty sure we would still be quiet. And well, pretty much we were just looking at each other. And it's not because it was awkward. It's just, okay, we're just wasting time. What do you want to talk about? Of course, I didn't say that. I just said, what do you want to talk about then? And he's like, well, what do you think? Like, you met her. What do you think about it now? What do you think about her now? Her. And I'm like, what do you mean what I think? I just wanted to meet her. I just wanted to meet her. I did, and that's that. And he's like, well, now that you know her, like, what do you think? And I'm like, no, I don't know her. Just because we were talking for a whole hour doesn't mean that I know that person. So therefore, since I know that I'm not gonna know her, that's why I wanted to meet her, just to get a sense of who she is, and I did. And he's like, okay, but what do you think about her? Like, do you approve of her meeting Nico? And I told him, like, well, our son is old enough. Once he meets her, he can decide that, because he's the one who gets to decide if he wants to continue seeing her. Like, but do you want her to meet Nico? Like, Nico's ready. He wants to meet her. Whatever he wants, I want. Like, yeah, but I'm asking you. And I'm like, why are you asking me? It's Nico who gets to decide. He already decided. He told me that he wants to meet her. What's the point? Like, but you're his mom. Like, come on, you need to have. Well, he didn't say come on. Like, you're his mom. Like, you're pretty much your opinion matters. He used different words, but he meant that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm his mom, but he's already old enough to decide on his own. Like I said, whatever he wants, I want. He wants to meet her, I want to meet her too. He wants to continue seeing her, I will take that as a good friendship that's happening, because he likes her, you know. The moment that I will step in and tell you about, you know, him not seeing her, or him continuing seeing her, it's the moment that our son comes to me and tells me, you know what, I'm uncomfortable with her because of X, Y, and Z that she did. That would be the only way. Other than that, he wants to meet her, then he can meet her. And I can tell he was getting frustrated because he wasn't looking for the answer. He wanted me, I guess, to dig deeper when it came about his girlfriend, when it came about him. I'm pretty sure he was looking for me to say, like, oh my god, you got a good girl, you know, she's sweet, she's nice, I'm happy. No, that's not gonna happen. Like, that's not gonna happen. And I kind of been feeling stupid thing. Sorry. I kind of been feeling that lately, sometimes the little conversations we have, I feel that he wants to have a conversation, like a friendly conversation, and it gets me mad. I haven't I haven't told them anything because I'm just waiting, not for the right moment because they're never going to be the right moment, but I'm just waiting to see if this is still going to continue, him trying to have friendly conversations. Because that's what I felt yesterday. I felt like he wanted to talk in a friendly way. And the thing that the thing he doesn't get is I don't want to be his friend. I do not want to be his friend. The only reason why we're still in this situation is because out of our 10-year relationship, we had a son. If it wasn't because of that, I would have like long disappeared out of his life. Um, the only reason why I'm respecting him, the only reason I'm treating him as a human being, the only reason that I'm not trying to be rude, I'm keeping my composure, I'm remaining calm, is for my son. Because at the end of the day, my son sees the way we're speaking to each other now that we're separate. We're apart from each other. It's like, no. And not just because of that, also because he's the father of my son. I have to respect him because of that too. So there's just two reasons as to why I am, how my family would say, being nice. And I put it in quotes because it's just respect that I have. That there's times like there's times I don't even look his way at all whenever we don't talk. Like yesterday night, I saw him right when I opened the door that they were here. I just went straight into the room. I didn't even glance, nothing. But yeah, yesterday you can say during the meetup, I was nice. I was respectful. I was um, treating them good. Of course, I wasn't like going out of my way and telling them, "Oh my God, what do you want? Do you want to go out for lunch? Do you want this?" No, I was just being civil. That and the reason behind that's because of my son. Like the only reason why I met up for them is because of my son. If I need to put my pain to the side, if I need to put um, my resentment to the side, my blood boiling to the side, then for my son, then guess what? I will do that. It was really hard to do. Yes, it was hard. My hands, I felt them trembling. They were shaking. That I had to like literally do some sensory things in my purse, and I'm pretty sure she caught that. And I don't care. Like I don't care. But if that is what kept me from me exploding on them, from because of my son, then yeah, I do not care. So everything that I'm doing is because of my son. Like the only reason I'm talking to him, the only reason I'm doing this, and the only thing that we're having together is just co-parenting. And I do kind of tell him, like, you know what? You and we're not friends. We're not friends. I don't want to be your friend. And to be honest, I don't see us being friends. I'm not going to say never because you just cannot predict the future. But best believe that in my heart, I don't want to be your friend. All that we're doing is just co-parenting, and that's it. Friends, that's just crossing the line. That I respect you because you're the father of my son, yes. That I respect you because I need a, you know, uh, lead by example because of my son, of course that I'm gonna do that. The only reason why I met up with your girlfriend because of my son. Other than that, we have no business talking to each other. We have no business being friends, no business being acquaintances, just co-parenting. That's all I want from him. I don't want nothing else, nothing more. I know he's helping me through school. I know that. But the reason I don't want to be friends is because of all the pain that he has put me through, experiencing and witnesses him leaving the house with his girlfriend, coming back at 2, 3 in the morning, witnessing receipts that he leaves here on the table that they go out to places, witnessing him like making her lunch or doing a snack when he goes pick her up. Like, no. And the thing is that it's not that I'm watching what he does. I mean, it's been about 3 months that we split ways. And those transactions of those 3 months, of course, I'm gonna see things I don't want to see. I am. I am gonna see. Sometimes I get out. I'm going to the restroom, and that's what happened that day. I was good. I was just getting out of the room. I was going to the restroom, and that's when I saw him like cutting some like fruit or something, and I saw him put it in the bag, and he left. And I was just like, oh. And the thing is that the reason it got to me is because I was putting feelings to the things that I saw, to his with his actions. I was putting feelings in his actions, in his words, in his and just in his daily life. But after seeing that video, it's just, like I said, an eye opener. But yeah, I just wanted to say that I do not want to be his friend, and I don't plan on being friends with him. That's just, I want, and I know it's very hard because it cannot happen, but I want him out of my life as far as possible. But living together, having a kid in the middle, I'm literally getting just 2% of him being out of my life. But yeah, and one day I am gonna have to have that conversation if he continues to try to have friendly conversations, because that's not gonna be it. So yeah, next time.